Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Tuesday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. It's also the full moon today, so I'm going to use 4 decks of cards to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. I'm going to bring in the full moon twin flame oracle, the twin flame what's the energy oracle. I'm going to bring in the beautiful divine energy oracle and the Archangel power tarot cards. I'm also going to pull out of my buckets today to bring some extra messages in. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you? Wow, powerful. I've just seen what that is. Your intuition is being heightened today. What's the guidance around your person today? Thank you, angels. And the full moon does that, moon cycles brings up clarity and understanding. It does tap you in with your psychic senses. So what's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. And what's the guidance from the full moon messages for you? What's the message for you? Maybe a good time to cleanse your crystals. What's the energy around them today? They're going through a cleansing for sure. And what's the energy around the journey? What's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. Look at this, have a good scream. So when we are needing to have a good scream, we may be carrying around a little bit of resentment or pain or struggle. There could be some frustration there. So having a good scream releases all of that out. So what's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for you? Them two are coming out. Still feel there's another card. Thank you, angels. There it is. And what's the guidance for your person today? What's the guidance for your person today? What's going on with them? I feel it's that one. They give me tooth pain when I'm connecting with your person, and that's about making a decision. So making a decision today or thinking about it. What's the energy around the journey today, please, angels? The energy around the journey, clear card. There we go, jumped in my hand on that one. So I feel there's a bit more tarot information coming through today because obviously these are Archangel tarot cards. So what's the guidance or the message for you from heaven? What's the message for you from heaven today? What clear card? Message for you, please, today from heaven. I feel it's that one. What's the message for them from heaven? And what's the journey? What's coming in around the journey today? See how the cards flew straight out for the masculines there? So it's like the angels are definitely getting their attention. What's that at the bottom? Yeah, look at that, look forward. So I feel that needs to come through as well. It's like the angels saying look forward, not back. That's the message today. Look forward, not back. Because what's coming is much better than anything that's been in the past. And only look back if you're blessing the past. As the angels say, as Oasis said, don't look back in anger. Bless the past and feel ready for what's to come. Operate in the present moment, but go forward fearlessly. So I definitely feel the angels are with you every step of the way. So the energy coming in around you today, your intuition has been heightened. And because your intuition has been heightened, there may be some paranormal activity that could cause a little bit of chaos. Now, this could be disruption with your internet. It could be your lights flickering on and off. It could be problems with power, like power cuts or power surges. It could be that you're just breaking things or things are smashing or things seem to go wrong. Don't worry about it. It's paranormal activity. It's because of your power, your divine feminine influence. And your divine feminine light is creating some kind of chaos. So I'm feeling chaos. It's not really like you've got some chaos going on. If you've got some drama going on or some stress going on, then your intuition will lead you through that. It will guide you through that. But I feel this is more about things happening that you have no control over, like your internet going down, or maybe you get a bill and you weren't expecting it and it brings up a little bit of chaos. But your intuition speaks to you. Or something happens, like something just smashes uncontrollably. And you're like, why did that happen? And there is a spiritual reason for it. Or you could be going through some kind of ascension symptom and it just comes out of nowhere and you're like, that's weird, that's paranormal. Or there could be dreams, or you could just be feeling their energy around you. Or maybe something happens with a fake account, or you have a number ring you and you're like, what's that all about? So there's something happening, and I feel what is going on is your intuition is bringing that in because you're in your power and because you're looking forward, not back. You're blessing the past as well. But also, whatever is going on, trust your intuition, because your intuition will speak to you about what this chaos is. And you may want to cleanse your crystals today. So if you work with crystals, it would be a great time to cleanse them. Great thing to do around the full moon because it releases negatives and it releases stress. You may even want to do a cleanse with your crystals. Maybe you won't even have issues with your crystals. Perhaps you're using a pendulum, for example, and it starts going all strange and not doing what you think it's going to do or behaving in a weird way. My pendulum does that when it needs cleansing, when it needs going out in the full moon, or it needs going in a water bath, or whatever I do with them. So you may want to do a cleansing with your crystals, or you may want to notice that if things are going a bit strange. Maybe your crystal breaks, or maybe you've got a crystal bracelet on and it just boom, all the crystals go everywhere. Or so I feel that just be aware that whatever is happening, if something strange happens today, they give me Ghostbusters music in my mind as well. So if something strange happens in the neighborhood, just know that it's to do with your intuition and your power. So it's like your light is getting stronger and it's creating that power, especially if you're spending time with other divine feminines, whether it's in person, online, or if you're just connecting with them. It's the power of the forward motion. It's like, that's what I'm feeling. I feel that's why this came out, because you're sensing things are moving forward. So I'm seeing this like the 8 of Wands in the tarot. So first tarot card coming out is solutions. Archangel Choquette, who helps you to remember who you are. Says success comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So with this full moon, forgive everything that needs to go, and that will create a healing. And have self-control on this journey, patience. And then you're not rushing in, you're not trying to force anything forward or make anything happen. You're just going forward fearlessly. And then you receive solutions and answers. You've got the 9 of Gabriel. It says stay determined to move forward. So don't give up. Look at this. Move forward. Go forward. So there's this big message about moving forward today. Things shifting forward. It says be prepared for any possibility. So anything can happen at any time. Communication could come in. Things could shift and change. There could be some paranormal activity. Just go with the flow today. And environmental activism, what I'm feeling with that as well, is receiving signs outdoors or signs through your environment that are becoming active to you. Some of you may be an activist, you may be doing things in the community, you may be helping with the outdoors, but I feel this is you receiving things actively from the universe about your future. 10 of Ariel. There is so very much to be grateful for. So use gratitude as a tool today. Cleanse your chakras, cleanse your crystals, cleanse anything in your aura, cleanse your vibration, and know that success is ahead. The angels say financial success and the promise of retirement. So some of you may be retiring, and this is also a sign for you that you're going to have financial success when you retire, when you're going to have everything you need. A rich and rewarding family life. So those of you who are wanting or manifesting kids, it's going to be very rich and rewarding for you to do so. Things are going to work out. There's so much to be grateful for. So whatever it is you're wanting, whether it's union, travel, friendship, it's all coming in for you when you go forward. So don't be afraid to admit your vulnerability. And I feel that's your power. Your power is being vulnerable and admitting that and allowing yourself to sit in that energy and not worrying what people think. Your person really respects and admires that because they find it hard to be vulnerable or hard to open up, and they really respect you for it. And when you're going through certain things and you're tapping in with your intuition and you're sitting with your feelings, it may make you feel vulnerable. So sit with your emotions and know that you are safe. Now for them, we've got talking. They want to talk to you and an understanding is taking place. Look at this. They are thinking about you too. So they need to know today that you are thinking about them, and they need you to know that they are thinking about you. So they are thinking about you too. They're thinking about talking to you today, communicating, because an understanding is taking place. They are understanding what this journey is. They're starting to believe that they can have this with you. They're starting to understand what's going on. And I feel what they are really saying to you is, lower your expectations, because when we have expectations, we expect things to happen a certain way or in a certain timing. And I feel they are worried about living up to your expectations, seeing them as very high. So your expectations are too high. Be flexible and adaptable. And that's the message for you and them, because I feel with themselves, they're trying to be perfect for you or wait until the most perfect time to make a change. And their own expectations may be way too high, and they're never going to be able to reach them. So they also need to be flexible and adaptable, and that's what they're realising, that they've self-sabotaged because they were perhaps waiting for a right time or a better time that never comes. And burning incense is about releasing negatives, things that need to go, structures as well that need to go, the chains they're in, things they need to release, and their intuition is guiding them. So Archangel Honiel, the angel of peace, is helping them to speak their truth from their higher self. Powerful psychic insight, understanding taking place. They are reflecting and meditating, and that provides valuable information. Now, some of them will be meditating the way perhaps you think they are. Could be sitting down, lying down, but many of them do it when they're driving around, because they go into a mindful meditation where the mind is, the body is kind of doing an action and they're thinking about something else. Or they're going for a walk, or they're doing something that relaxes them to be at peace. They're receiving answers and guidance. And it's about their soul growth and what they're doing in their life, what they truly want, their emotions. They realise they're entering a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insight. So their higher self is guiding them to communicate to you, send messages to you, invite you out, or reach out to you on social media, follow you on social media. So don't be surprised if these things start happening, because it's a sign of change. And they are becoming more stronger within themselves. They are recognising they can make things happen for themselves too. So many of them are becoming more self-reliant, especially if they've been in codependent situations. Their material needs are getting fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Many of them are working on their career more. They're getting more money in the bank. They're realising that they can actually have what they need to be able to stand alone, to walk away from what they're in and be free to pursue you the right way. Acts of kindness. So I feel they're coming forward to you in a kinder way, being more kind in their responses or their reactions to you, their interactions with you, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So I feel you're going to sense that from them, that they are more grateful than ever when you're giving them love or sharing things with them. But they are still burdened, and that causes distress. So when they are going through these burdens, the angels are around them. And the angels are helping people come to them to lighten their load. So they may receive help from a stranger, or they may receive some kind of professional advice in some way. They may even get like an email coming to them that gives them some guidance to help them lighten the load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. And this is what they do, people pleasing, keeping things going, giving to things that don't serve them. And that's what they're realising they want to change. So their inner child is guiding them to rekindle the relationship with you, to make them feel more healthier, happier, youthful. Because that's how they feel when they're around you. They feel happier and healthier than they've ever been. And you make them feel young again. You make them feel youthful. And some of you have had connections for a long, long time, like you've known your person for a long, long time, like decades and decades, and you bring that powerful light back out of them, the person they used to be. And they remember that when they're around you. So the message is, it's a lucky day. They're being given resources of money, time or support. There could be a change in job or promotion. So some of them could be in a new job right now. They may have started it recently, maybe this week, or maybe they've been in it for a while, or they're working towards some kind of promotion. So I feel they're feeling stronger about their own life, but they're still holding on to things that don't serve them. They still need to release those burdens, and that's what they're facing right now. So they're facing their adversities, and they are keeping their commitments, and they're doing that because they are sincere. They are a good person. So if you're feeling like, they're keeping these commitments in their life that are burdening them, just have faith that they are facing their fears. Asking with sincerity to God to make changes, to bring in answers and solutions and understanding to move things forward. So the energy around the connection today, they're definitely watching your social media as well. They've got an eye on you, and it's because they're missing you. And there may be some grief as well going on. So grief can mean two things. It can mean grief as in loss, and they may be grieving the loss of you. They may feel like you're not around them right now, so you may be in separation or silence, so they're watching your social media, or they may just be craving you in that way. So I feel the grief is about the fear of loss, and they may have lost someone. Maybe they've lost someone. They could have gone through some grief recently where they've lost a loved one, or they've had a big shock to the system about something, and they're thinking about that, so they want to reconnect with you, perhaps even to ask you about your advice on a situation, or if you're very spiritual, which most of you are, but if they are aware of that, if you have a connection with angels, or you channel perhaps spirit, or they may want to ask you advice about something, someone they're grieving or someone they've lost. This can also be grief as in struggle. So we think about grief as well. If someone's giving you grief, that's like a conflict going on. So there could be some conflict going on in their life, and they just want to watch your social media because you bring them peace. connecting with you brings them peace or even guidance. If you post things on your community post or on your Facebook or wherever that brings some kind of relief in. And have a good scream. So this is a message about releasing again. Because when we scream, what do? We release. And the throat chakra gets cleansed and activated. And this is also when there's resentment. So we can have heartburn, indigestion when there's things we're holding in. And this is more than likely connected with them, but you can be experiencing this too. Because they could be going through some grief in their life and they're feeling resentment towards the person giving them grief, giving them conflict or a problem. Or they may even feel resentment towards themselves. There could be guilt and shame because they've hurt you and lost you. That's how they may feel. Or because they have lost something else in their life, or they're going through some kind of pain. So having a good scream will release that out. There's definitely movement forward, and you may see boats, you may see ships. So even if there's some kind of struggle here, sleepless nights, worry, you do know things are moving in the right direction. And I do feel a timeline here as well, a shift between where we've just been in September to where we are now in October and moving towards March. But also over the next 3 weeks, things are changing. So any worry you're going through, it's unnecessary. They give me fear. And that's where worry comes from, fear. It stems from fear, false experiences appearing real. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to the angels. And I definitely feel that's what they are doing. They are releasing all of this. And again, with the full moon, what do we need to do? We need to release regret, release guilt, release worry. Give it to the angels in exchange for peace. And instead, focus on the end result. Focus on the good stuff, prosperity that arises from the wise planning. Focusing on what you truly do want. Taking time to take the next step. Optimistic plans turn out as expected. So this is reminding you, when you focus on something, it begins to grow and bloom and manifest. It begins to move into place. So big things shifting between now and March, but I feel over the next 3 weeks. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. So this could be a job offer. It could be something else coming through. It could be they reach out to you on social media and maybe ask you to go somewhere, or you could get some kind of social invitation. But you're also learning a lesson. It's time to get to work. So what I'm feeling with this is things are coming back around. And I spoke about this not long ago. It was last week in a members reading about things coming back around. So you feel like you've learned a lesson. It may come back around so you can learn it again, or maybe you didn't learn it the first time, or you didn't learn it the right way, so you've got the opportunity to learn it again by changing your life. And this is definitely in love. So addressing your addictions creates change. So addictions can be things that we feel stuck in, we feel that we're controlled by. So addictions can be physical things like smoking, drinking too much coffee or caffeine, eating certain foods or beverages, having those things, or doing things too much. It could also be things like behaviour, watching too much social media, or paying too much attention to what they are doing with their karmic partner. These can get addictive, these things. So you've got to change your life to attract the love in. And this could well be what they are doing too. Remember, this is for the both of you. So a sudden revelation will offer freedom. Break free of procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. So all this reflection and healing is creating a change in love, moving you towards each other so that they can make choices from their heart to be able to commit to you in a deeply emotional commitment. That's the power of love. So if they are giving to other commitments, addictions, things they've always given to, they are realising there's no emotion there. They're realising that's about obligation, duty, and perhaps even what people are telling them to do. And they are now starting to listen to themselves so they can actually spend time with you, because you're where their emotions are, you're where their passion is, the intensity. That's what they desire. That's why they're drawn to you. So big shifts and changes occurring. There is a change happening in this journey and in your life. Things are happening. You're going to see that through paranormal activity. So don't be surprised if things start smashing around you, crashing around you, lights start flickering around you, because it's a huge sign of the way the journey is moving forward, and it's showing you your power, that your intuition is heightened right now. So trust what you feel, because it's real. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.